Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here.
I think Pavel Nedved's going to have a starring role here, Peter. Being two-footed, he can operate both as a traditional and as an inverted winger. So he always offers you that option, hugging the line or coming inside.
Very versatile, isn't he?
Yeah, and then there's that trademark run from deep.
So the defence are going to have their hands full.
You can say that again.
Wriggles his way through. He's picked his way through. Played into the box. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Nedved. Oh, perfectly measured that. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. The major moment in the game. He scores for sure! Not much more than a formality.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. Well, we're on the way.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements, overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Thuram, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And it's Luis Suarez. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it.
Well, Xabi Alonso is the standout. He'll be looking to set the tempo and dictate the play here, Peter.
He is so integral to this team, isn't he?
Yeah, he has the quarterback influence on a team so that as soon as he gets on the...
Can he finish? Goal! Barcelona! Barcelona are in front! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
That pass has been well intercepted. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. He's had it taken off him. Looking for a runner. Oh, nicely intercepted. Lam is looking to influence the game from out wide. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's picked it up out wide. Eto'o. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Nedved. Can he get it through? Back where it came. And the shot! It's in! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Nedved. Vieira shows great strength. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. He's found a way through. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So let's get the ball rolling.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Griezmann. Colorado Springs, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Well timed, excellent interception. Vieira.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And that has put paid to that.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Vieira. Now the ball's gone astray. Messi. Colorado Springs still have the cards to affect this game. Vieira. Barcelona are a team that take pride in possession.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. They like to be brave with the ball, get on it, have a go, Peter, try something different. They certainly have the players who are very eager to take that on.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Robson is someone with real dynamite in his boots. And here's Eto'o. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Bergomi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Nedved gets across and deals with it. That's good play. And it's Xavi Alonso. And this is Hullet. Neymar. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Griezmann. He's in a good position here. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Colorado Springs are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
This is a promising build-up. That's a pretty loose pass. Roberto Carlos. Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Griezmann. Nedved. And that is that. Colorado Springs were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. There's the whistle, and here we go. Now then, this man really is a legend, perhaps the legend, a revolutionary, the father of a philosophy. He is, of course, Jim, Johan Cruyff.
We'd have no total football without him, Peter. No tiki-taka either.
One of the best of all time. Some say the best, and certainly one of the most influential.
Without a doubt, pure class.
Zanetti is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And the shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Hullet really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Defending of the desperate variety. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, strongly challenged there. And he's had it nicked away. And it's Ribéry. Ribéry will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Ambitious ball here. Can he latch on to this? He's picked his way through. Thuram did well to stay calm there. Colorado Springs do have a chance to counter here. Now it's Ribéry. Ribéry powering forward here. So we're still where we started right now. Torres. And he skips past his man. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Inzaghi. Oh, that's clever. Maldini gets it away. Colorado Springs have their second corner now. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Thuram. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Inzaghi! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Rijkaard. That's an imaginative pass. Shot a goal! And that would have been some goal.
Fernando Torres certainly looked like he fancied himself to pull that off. A bit more composure and it would have been a different story, Peter.
They've played it short. Now it's Cantona. And the shot! It's anyone's ball now. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And here's Isco. He's found a way past. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That's a little off target. And it's Isco. That's a cute ball. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. So, a temporary halt to the action. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So very little to report. Nothing, indeed, in terms of goals scored.
Yeah, 0-0, but definitely not from the want of trying. There's been plenty of industry and hard work, as well as some good defending, so I wouldn't be too dismissive just yet.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. And we are back underway. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Oh, that's a key interception. Nedved. And it's Vieira. Nice sequence of passes, this. And he's got away from him. Ribéry! And he has kept it out somehow.
Ribéry actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Now it's Torres. Thuram. Hullet looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Could move up a gear here.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he's managed to get free. They want to be quick to recover this. Brilliantly cut out. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Inzaghi. Now it's Hullet. And here's Torres. Bergomi. No outsmarting him this time.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that is that. Frustration, exasperation, vexation, certainly from an attacking perspective. Neither side able to make an impression despite all the huff and puff. Your reflections then, Jim? Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's away we go then. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. In with the challenge. Luis Suarez. And this is Adriano. So there is Raul, the man that was one of the faces of Spanish football for so long.
Yeah, described by many of his opponents as the most intelligent player they've played against because of his off-the-ball movement. But you could focus on the fact that he gets many opening goals, crucial goals, Peter.
And of course, one of those he happened to score in a European final back in 2002. A training ground move within the first 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah, I can never praise enough his ability to lead from the front, great work ethic, and his willingness to drop deep and help his team out if required.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Great ball, and he's in here. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's having a pop! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! About as smooth as it gets. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Can he finish? Shevchenko! This guy is class! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! They're level in a trice!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
Madrid restore parity.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Adriano shoots to shoot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Well timed, excellent interception. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Luis Suarez. Adriano. Now this could be a chance. And he's definitely onside. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Xavi Alonso. Passing is crisp and sharp. Rice. Raul. No, it's come to nothing. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it's been an exciting half, Peter, with each side having chances and good spells of possession. I'm hoping that both will keep this open approach.
Colorado Springs are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Colorado Springs are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk. Madrid definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And this is Adriano. It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Xavi Alonso. Now it's Hullet. And this is Griezmann. Griezmann was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And this is Stoichkov. Vieira. Colorado Springs do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. He's got plenty of space out wide here. That is a brilliant interception. Defending of the desperate variety. Chance for a shot! It's hit the upright.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And he shoots! He's got a goal! And again they hit the front. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Colorado Springs with the lead.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Just the keeper in his way. Griezmann. Oh, that is a good ball to try the shot! Oh, off the bar! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
He'll be annoyed with himself after that. Nothing wrong with his anticipation or his positioning.
Nedved aimed beyond the defence. And he's in on the real chance! Oh, it's a beauty! That is a gem! An absolute gem! A goal beyond special, however it came. 400 not out. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
So is that the decisive goal? And a chance! It's loose now and they want to get it back. So that's it. It is all over. Colorado Springs are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserving of their... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So straight into the action. And a chance! He's scored!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Pull it. And this is Cruyff. Pele. And it's Luis Suarez. Great ball if he can get there. And he's managed to get free. Goes for a shot! And a neat finish. 2, and we've barely begun here. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Colorado Springs are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defense.
Tries a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's intervened well there. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Hullet. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Cruyff. Tries to pass it through. Oh, sweet feet. Rijkaard did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And this is Hullet. He's found a way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And it's Messi. This is a promising build-up. Nedved. Oh, good-looking ball. Azar. Look at the real chance! Argentina with the corner. They're first. Messi plays it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's made its way to him. Well, that has not gone well. Cruyff is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now the ball's gone astray. Out for a throw. Colorado Springs heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it. And he should have made it 4.
Well, that was just asking too much of himself from there.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. And this is Messi. Oh, he's won the finish! And no mistake. They're back within reach. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So could they be onto something here? And the whistle goes for half-time.
Colorado Springs are 2 up. And on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
Well, we've been blessed with a goal-laden first half. 3-1 is the half-time score. So the action resumes. Neymar. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. And the cross comes in. And he was alert to it. Now it's Luis Suarez. Now that looks a decent ball. And back to the keeper they go. Rijkaard. Pele. Bergomi. Nedved can so cleverly bypass the press. Messi. Nicely weighted ball. Luis Suarez. Nedved. Luis Suarez being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
And he's lost his man here. And the shot! Goal! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
All of a sudden we have a game. Takes a shot! And that's a tidy finish. And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Pass somewhat off target. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Pelé. Pelé. Oh, nicely intercepted. Colorado Springs still have the cards to affect this game. Xavi Alonso. And here's Owen. Oh, important interception. Maldini. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And the pass is intercepted. Neymar finding himself in space. Neymar going face to face with his great rival. Now he's having a shot! And how did he not put that away?
It's a good effort, and you can sense that they're upping the gears. This needs to be sustained now.
No, he's had it taken off him. And it's Messi. And he's had it nicked away. Maldini, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Nicely aimed pass. And that was very necessary. They get a throw in. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Driving forward. And here's Owen. And Owen! Michael Owen! Screamer! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. Drama at the death. Is there time for one more twist? It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that.
And that's it. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And that gets things running. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
I'd say Petr Cech. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game, and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Looking for a runner. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Totti was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Knocks it into space. Figo delivers. And he gets rid in a hurry. And we have our very first corner. And now a sudden chance to counter.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Shevchenko in towards the back stick. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is. Adriano. That is ended up in no man's land. Barcelona are inclined to exhibit a more cavalier approach to the game, Jim. Totti! Goal! Barcelona! The first significant strike. How's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So the first moment of real significance.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Big chance! Oh, good finish. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Kukcu is the team's great visionary. Now it's Shevchenko. Zanetti. Rijkaard. Posh. He has found the way through. It's Adriano! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
He's absolutely full of energy here. Definitely had the right idea. A shame he just couldn't finish it off.
Cleared away. Barcelona are looking to go forward now. Xavi Alonso.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Little doubt, that is a foul. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Alonso. Great ball, and he's in here. Impressive jump. Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Xavi Alonso. Vieira cuts out the pass. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second...
Oh, what has happened here? Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Shevchenko. Now he's off and running. Pinches it off him. Zanetti. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
Good switch, that.
Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Cruyff. This is a promising build-up. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Cruyff. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Spread it left. And he's quick to return it. Adriano. Adriano! It's a goal! And the comeback is complete. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
So we have movement on both benches. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on? Or even better, can they get another?
Rummenigge. And it's Hullet. Oh, that's neat. And the shot!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in.
Chips it through. Oh, that's fabulous. Is there any support? He might not need it. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Threads one in. Colorado Springs are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Pull it. And this is Cruyff. And Cruyff! And that could come back to haunt them.
Well, you'd really expect him to hit the target from there.
Now, can they get him away?
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Del Piero chasing after it. Short changes him with that pass. Now it's Del Piero. Very much into the last knockings. And it's Iniesta. That's a lovely, neat pass.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Guti. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And he's intervened well there. It's loose now and they want to get it back. And that will be it. Colorado Springs have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly to win. A great performance by any measure. Terrific recovery, a really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
Well, I've just got to give them great credit for the way in which they've managed to turn this around.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I think we're going to be seeing an awful lot of the player Pedro Neto because he's so quick and agile. And his ability to twist and turn at top speed really does give him the edge in those crowded areas. I think he'll be his team's go-to guy when they're looking to counter too.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Lampard. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Has a look and place it forward. Lampard. The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
This might spell danger. It's Luis Suarez! He's delivered all right! And we have liftoff! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
So we have the first goal.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Great chance! Oh, wonderful, wonderful Lionel Messi! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And they're threatening to fly away here. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
So that's two now without reply.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Thuram. This is a promising build-up. Threads one in. And this is Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez! Lampard. That's Busquets. Lampard. Gets a good foot in there. Aimed beyond the defence. He's got away. Oh, that's nice. He's had a shot! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Well, that was certainly bold, Peter. He's never short on confidence.
Xabi Alonso does really well to win the ball there. Lampard. Now that looks a decent ball. Adams. Darren Fletcher. And the shot! It's a goal! On the cusp of half-time, he delivers with perfect timing. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. And for the first half, that is that. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think They need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
Colorado Springs are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time. And we are back underway. And he's cut it out. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Firmino, looking for the run. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Pepe getting this one clear. Now there's a real chance! And a neat finish! They have hauled themselves right back into it!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter.
He's having a hit! Not a bad try by any means.
Well, distance never seems to be an issue for some players, and he's certainly one of those. The opening was there, I guess. Worth a try.
Can he get on the end of this? Lampard really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target.
Big chance! That's really well cleared. Oh, there's a probing ball. Ambitious ball here. Oh, nicely intercepted. Vieira looking to pass their way up the pitch. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Yamal is looking to influence the game from out wide. Wriggles his way through. He has found the way through. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter.
Decent chance! And yes, it's there! And the comeback is complete. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, I think you can write this lot off at your peril. It's been a joy to watch them hold themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
Now that's well seen too. Oh, he's bustling through here.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation.
Tries a shot! And it's in! And surely now, the result beyond doubt. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really...
He's having a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but...
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Colorado Springs, pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things already rolling. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
I'd say Petr Cech. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game, and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. And it's Cruyff. Cruyff going face-to-face with his great rival. Bullet. Bullet! Good try, very good try, in fact.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Cruyff. Alarm. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. No, no way through. And that has left him in a heap. And it's Cruyff. Colorado Springs are seeing more of the ball, but still aren't carrying much goal threat. Del Piero is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. Colorado Springs do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, okay, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Colorado Springs have it back and can go again. Lam. Oh, that pass isn't the best. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Del Piero. And that's really well manoeuvred. Threads one in. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. Now it's Luis Suarez. Pepe calmly anticipates. Xavi Alonso. And it's Xavi Alonso. And it's Hullet. Now, can they get... And a chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Surprise, surprise. Look who turns up to give his side the ultimate lift before the break. Now we can look forward to a whole different game in this second half.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Colorado Springs just about ahead, 1-0 at the break. And we are back underway.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
Shot, surely! Superb from Gyökeres! A finish of true class! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
He gave it plenty and some, thrashed it in.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Davids, and that has been cut short. Alonso. So we've reached the hour mark. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Xavi Alonso. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Xavi Alonso. Now Cruyff. That's a cute ball. No, that's been intercepted. Davids. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Looking to play him in. Vieira.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Del Piero. Seedorf cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Messi, he's found a way through. Swings. Impressive jump. No, not the best of headers. So changes a foot here, and from both sides. Little pass back. Colorado Springs really will have to throw everything at this now.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Oh, good effort! Firm header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Zanetti. Well, that is one way to stop him. He won't be happy with that one. And time is up. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So things are underway. What an impressive figure Oliver Kahn cuts.
Yeah, they call him the Titan, Peter, and the reasons are fairly obvious. As personality...
And he shoots!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And the pass is intercepted. And it's Xavi Alonso. Lahm. And he skips past his man. Lahm delivers. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Silvestre. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Xavi Alonso. Lahm has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Aimed at the far side. Getting up there! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
No goals as yet. And here's Shevchenko. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Vieira. Looking for the run. And that's been slipped through. So no flag here. And it's played in. And that has been knocked clear.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Looking for a runner. And that's too far for anyone. Cruyff is onto it in a flash. Belletti. Collar can be a real threat inside the box. Oh, he's found support out wide. He has found the way through. Now it's Nedved. Has a look up and delivers. Baresi clears it away. Great ball, and he's in here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he's lost his man here. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. That's a little off target. Lahm. And here's Cruyff. And that's a really buccaneering run he's making. That's going across goal. Keeper has taken decisive action. Here comes another cross.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
And that is the end of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Colorado Springs have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Now that looks a decent ball. Albert Ferrer kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And that was very necessary. Ball's gone out of play. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And it's Cruyff. And here's Hullet. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here. And Hullet! He's got away with one there.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Shevchenko. Driving on and making good progress. And that is a little undercooked. Can he get it through? Nedved. Nicely weighted ball. Spread neatly. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Now it's Hullet.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Great chance! Goal! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal.
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you ought to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
Barcelona have taken the... But that signals the very end. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's away we go then. So, Jim, tell me this. Who are you looking for in particular here?
I'd say Petr Cech. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game, and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. And this is Nedved. Luis Suarez.
Might want to be careful there.
Plays a sharp little ball here. Pass is just off target.
Alvarez clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set.
Alvarez! First quarter of an hour gone. Driving forward. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Colorado Springs, still without a single shot on target. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Cruyff. Lahm has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Manchester United are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being...
And De Bruyne! And he was there to get a vital touch.
De Bruyne actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. This looks promising. And the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Alvarez probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
And it's De Bruyne. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. And he's there to make the challenge. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Fallen! Now that is commitment to the cause. Manchester United have their second corner now. They've played it short. Davids, and he was alert to it. And now a sudden chance to counter. Alvarez! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Alvarez is offering a wry smile there.
And here's Forlan. Alvarez. That's the keeper's ball. Davids. And it's De Bruyne. And here's Alvarez.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Good ball, good take. And that brings the first half to a close. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. Reflections on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Colorado Springs really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes. Goalkeeping at its very best.
Xavi Alonso threads one in, and this is Luis Suarez. Now that's a fine challenge. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Out towards the flank. Cruyff. Oh, that's a fine interception. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Knocks it into space. Xavi Alonso. Xavi Alonso has been caught there. It's a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Cruyff really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Cruyff. Tries to pass it through. He's in a great position here. Tries a shot! It's a loose ball. Well, it's currently being consciously targeted.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Cruyff. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Xavi Alonso concedes a free kick for that. Xavi Alonso has been sent off, just to confirm that, of course, that was his second yellow card. And it's Forlan. Davids kept his eye on it, and he's there. Can he get it through?
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
They'll have one final crack at it. De Bruyne.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, nicely intercepted. And he can clear it away. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Into stoppage time, and it is still goalless. And that's it. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm?
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Goes for a shot! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that. And we have our very first corner. Oh, good effort! There it is!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. Colorado Springs finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Eto. Pull it. Pull it. Oh, this is a very good run. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Maldini. No, he refuses to take the bait.
Colorado Springs are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Bellingham, tantalisingly brilliant, at times unstoppable.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Big chance! Xavi Alonso. Nedved. Now it's Hazard. He's got away. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. It's out for a goal kick. Vieira. That's a sharp pass. He's shifting through the gears here. And this is Del Piero. Del Piero! Oh, crossbar! Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And it's Eto. No, that's been intercepted. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Can he get it through? That is good alertness. He's found the way through. Great chance! And he's stuck it away! It's offside, I think. Yes, it is offside.
The decision came a little late because the referee initially didn't see the assistance flag, but it's the right call.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. And that is a little undercooked. Spread out to the left. Time and again they are repelled.
Well, the moans and groans from the...
And it's half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Colorado Springs unable to get back onto level terms before half-time. They trail 1-0.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly. So straight into the second half.
Colorado Springs can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Couldn't squeeze it through. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. And he has shown him a yellow card. Xavi Alonso. Vieira. It's run loose here. And it's Vieira. And Cruyff! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And now they can spring out of defence. Eto'o has the space to scheme. And it takes a shot! Milan have their second corner now. Shevchenko! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Shevchenko really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Milan have their third corner. That's a decent clearance. Colorado Springs have the chance to go the other way.
Milan have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Aimed beyond the defence. He won't be happy with that one. That's a pretty loose pass. And he's intervened well there. And he's managed to get free. Not the most accurate pass. Hazard. Great vision. Now this could be a chance. He is through here. And that has been knocked clear.
Milan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Del Piero. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And that has been cut short. Knocks it into space. And the shot! Goal! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think...
Put it! It's a loose ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. It's a quick ball upfield. Yaya Toure. Bellingham. And that's really well manoeuvred. And it's Cruyff. Now, can they get him away? Good take, and is he in? That's that, the end. Colorado Springs were a team not short on effort, but ultimately they were found wanting when it mattered. That is simply not how you go about winning. Your reflections then, Jim.
Colorado Springs...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So that's got things underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
The fella you're looking at, Peter, Ashraf Hakimi. I think one of the better offensive fullbacks anywhere in the world. He's very much the modern fullback. He was a winger, moved a little bit deeper, but he still has that passion to get forward. And we know it's backed up by a great engine and occasionally an eye for goal.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. It's Alonso! Oh, that's magnificent!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
He hit that like he meant it. Absolutely speared it in.
Well, he's absolutely drilled that, Peter. When you hit it like that, the keeper's not going to be able to do much about it.
So, a breakthrough already. Now it's Zico. He's found a way through. Knocks it into space. That is good alertness. Quarter of an hour played. That's a cute ball. Pepe spots it and intercepts. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Upamecano did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Shapes to shoot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Now that's well seen too. Nicely weighted ball. And he's picked out the run. Colorado Springs, currently a goal to the good and with the lion's share of the ball. And here's Hullet. Hullet. Shot, surely! Off the post! Oh, he has leathered that. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Cruyff. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Luis Suarez. And a chance! And that's a sharp finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Colorado Springs are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
He is through here. Oh, it's played into the... Takes a goal! But that is not going to count.
He went just a smidgen too early, Peter.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. And this is Luis Suarez. He's shifting through the gears here. Luis Suarez with the cross.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Figo. Dembele. Zico. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Not the most accurate pass. And this is Dembele. And that's really well manoeuvred. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Colorado Springs, looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. The second half is up and running. Shoots! Yes! up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. It was casual, it was careless, and it has proven costly.
Liverpool really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
A case now of complete control. He's through here. Dembele, well read, and the danger is averted. And they win it back again. Vieira, looking to play him in.
Colorado Springs are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
On the finish! And it's in! This day becomes absolutely perfect, utterly ideal. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost in all honesty.
He's gone for goal! Oh, impressive strike.
Well, that's a sign that he clearly feels the need to take it upon himself to try and get his side back into this.
Busquets wins the duel this time. Xavi Alonso.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Rijkaard. Looking for the run. Figo! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Goes for goal! Thuram can get it clear. In he goes again! It's hit the upright.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Cruyff. Zico. And this is Dembele. That pass has been well intercepted. Lam is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Passing nice and neat. Great vision. He's had a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, terrific save.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Towering header! Oh, denied at the last.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
An uncompromising challenge. That's put paid to the danger. Liverpool are looking to go forward now. Zico looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Xavi Alonso plays a sharp little ball here. And he's there to get it away. And that is as far as it goes. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever.